Hello there,
Hey.
and welcome back to Founders Day, our review for this new horror film that just came out this year, starting January off. Not really, but that was
yeah.
Night Swim, but
That was.
this. Well, we haven't seen it yet.
It's just.
In all fairness, we haven't seen it yet.
True.
It has gotten bad reviews and bad reception. Most of what I've heard about it hasn't been that great, but I have not seen it yet for myself. Anyhow,
Back to Founders Day.
so this is our part 2 video. If you want, you can see our part 1 where you talk about kind of what this movie's about and like how it starts out, some of the first kills. We kind of got stopped halfway just because we were talking so much about this movie halfway through our kill list. So again, our videos contain spoilers. If you do not want to see spoilers, it's a brand new movie, I understand, so you might not want to.
Yes.
Pause this video, come back after you watch the movie, because we're going to get into spoilers of the kills. So we'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Well,
So,
you're still here.
yeah, you're still here. That means you either want to watch it and listen to the kills, or that means that you need to, that you just saw the movie and you want to see the rest. So here we go. The next set of kills that take place in this movie.
It's awesome.
So the killer comes. It's the two. It's this one mayor. She's in this office, and she's arguing with this one guy, and they go at it with
The mayor-elect.
The mayor-elect. I think it was crazy, and like he even says stuff like I ought to kill you whenever, whatever, and
Yeah.
and then the killer runs in the room and then stabs, I think, the woman in the neck.
No.
Not yet.
They're arguing, like,
Oh, yeah.
it's intense arguing.
Yes.
Like he's got a pen in his hand, and he like wants to stab the
That's
mayor.
right. And then
all
the
of a
killer comes
sudden,
up,
boom!
and the killer
the
shows up,
fucking killer
and-
shows up and stabs
sort of-
him in the shoulder.
with the gavel knife. And then takes the pen that he was holding and stabs it into her jaw through the bottom of her
The
chin.
bottom of her chin. Right, she's screaming. It's so awesome.
And she's like gushing out blood.
Yeah.
And then like she's not dead, but like then he like takes like the gavel. No, he doesn't take the gavel. He takes the
He
knife.
takes her sign that says vote for me, or
vote for whatever.
consistency is change, or something like that.
And then takes the sign and stabs her in the gut with it
Stabs
twice.
her in the gut with her own sign.
With the 2 like pickets on the sign, the metal sign, stabs her with it twice. Then she falls down dead, and then the other guy gets stabbed a bunch more times with the knife, and then he ends up starting to slit his face and whatever.
Yeah.
And it goes crazy. And then the woman cop that's been trying to work on solving this case runs in the room and then sees the 2 dead bodies and the killer. And then the killer comes up and stabs her off screen with something.
Yeah.
Like
she's taken out off screen. She's like, oh no.
And then he's like running at her, and the camera runs at her, and then she dies.
This movie is kind of a comedy.
It is. And
in certain places.
Well, also this is really brutal, and it's very like violent.
Very brutal.
But it's
Lots
also
of angry people.
But considering what type of movie it was, I was kind of surprised it didn't show more blood.
This is true.
Like, it was very violent in general. Like, aside from the slashers, I mean, just the slasher content, just the fact that these people are so violent naturally. Like, I was expecting there to be more gore and stuff, but it was more so just like a lot of knife slashing, like very violent knife slashing. Nothing like really like crazy, like nobody's eyes got gouged out, no one like got their tongue cut off or anything like crazy. Which, I mean, I'm kind of surprised, but also I don't know what I was expecting from this movie. After those 3 kills, the next person that kills is one of the villains, because there are. So we're gonna cover this again soon, but there's actually multiple villains in this movie.
Yes.
There's 5 villains, 2 of which are actual killers. They're either accomplices or the people that are behind this whole like evil plot. And so this is one of the guys that is not one of the killers, but he is one of the cops. He's an accomplice, and he's one of the police detectives, police officers. And then he gets killed.
Yeah, he gets killed. For some reason, the main chick, or main gal, excuse me, the main gal, she runs off with this other kid.
Oh yeah, because the dad's
Yeah.
getting questioned, whatever.
Her dad's being questioned.
The main
She
girl's-
thinks he's the killer.
Yeah, and so they don't know he's a killer, but they're like, it looks kind of suspicious. Whatever, you weren't here, and so
Yeah, so she
the cop. So he runs back in with the cop to get some more questions while she's waiting for her dad in the car.
Right.
And then one of the guys that's been on the run from the law because they think he's also one of the suspects gets in the car and like. And then
Explains what's going
and he
on
freaks her out, whatever.
freaks
And
her
then
out.
finally says, and then finally she goes, "Well, tell me a reason why I should believe you." And then after like the dad's talking to cops outside the building next to where the car is parked, the car just
She
runs
speeds
like
off.
the car speeds off, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, wait, what happened? Come back!" And then like now they're in the car together.
Yeah, and they go to the bridge
Yeah.
where the first murder happened.
Yeah.
And they try to figure out some clues. Well, while they're there, the cop shows up that was not chasing them, but went after them.
Yeah.
The cop that was questioning her father,
Mhm.
and he just acts suspicious. Like, she asks him a couple questions
Yeah.
about her father, and he answers it wrong, and she knows that he's lying, and then you're just like, man, is he the killer? And then they ensue with the gun. Like, he pulls his gun, and the kid that's out for a run, he gets handcuffed to the bridge, and he struggles with him with the gun and ends up shooting the cop dead.
Yeah.
And then she leaves him there and runs to her house,
Mhm.
where the killers are
Oh.
waiting for her
Like the
with
killer.
her dad.
well-
They kidnapped her dad and
Yeah.
tied him up, and she goes upstairs to find him.
And then she gets a bottle to the face.
Ooh, yeah.
Or to the head. Like, the killer, like, she sees the killer and then smacks her over the head or smacks her over the face with a big old bottle and then breaks it over her head. Then she
She
wakes
wakes
up
up.
all dazed and probably, like, probably sort of in a bad coma type, almost, not coma, but, like, some sort of trauma type state. Just, like, what? And then, like...
You find out.
Then you find out who this main killer is, and it ends up being the girl she had been dating or her girlfriend, whatever. It ends up being the girl from the gang who died on the bridge and faked her death. So
Faked her
basically,
death.
so you find out that there were 2 killers and 3 different people working behind the scenes as well.
Behind the scenes.
So, one character we didn't talk about too much was the teacher. And this is all the teacher's plan to become one of the running mayors. He doesn't want to run. He wants someone else to basically make it so he doesn't want to like do violence. He doesn't want to get into the violence of the city. So, like humorously, he decides that I actually just want people to kill each other so I can become the new mayor. So he basically tells these 2 kids. He basically bribes them into it, and it's the girl, and then this other guy that was the friend,
brother.
the other guy that died. Yes.
Yes.
And then they end up working for him, and then end up doing all the killing.
Along with the cop, the mayor's assistant,
Who didn't do the killing, but they kind of worked behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, they knew what was going on.
And they knew what was going on, and were helping them out with this plan. And so I guess the girl she was dating, really actually wanted to kill this main girl, which everyone else didn't really want to do. They kind of just wanted to kill off all the people that were kind of making it hard for him to like get into like the position of the mayor. So he comes in the room. You find out that he's behind it. Whatever. There's this big showdown between the main girl and then the girl that she was dating, the killer.
Yeah, she guts her in the neck.
Well, and they struggle all the way downstairs, and then the main girl takes her gavel knife and then stabs her in the neck with it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a part 3.
And then, well, I don't know if we do. And then the guy like the guy ends up being
mayor.
The guy like talks to her and is like, well, don't tell anyone. We won't do this. And then like so she ends up keeping his secret for some reason. That's the one part I didn't get is why she's pretending him.
Secret.
But she did, and then
mayor and mayor's assistant's still alive.
And then they have this weird dialogue at the end that's kind of fishy and suspicious, and then cue the credits. It was just a really weird ending, and I still have to watch it again to like know the ending better. But that's kind of it. Like, it was such a crazy ending.
But yeah, check it out. Go see it if you can. It's in select theaters.
So definitely watch it. We're going to probably do this one again later on, maybe, because it's so complicated. Take care. Bye.